Ruth. Thanks for joining me this morning on our latest Spotlight on Arvada.
Why, thank you very much. Good morning to you as well. It's been a great morning so far.
Yeah, so you own Tracy's in Arvada. And so for somebody that might not have heard of you guys before, why don't you kind of give the breakdown to everybody?
So we are a coffee shop by day, and we do art classes in the evenings. And we're not your typical paint and sip, nor are we your typical coffee shop. We procure as much of our ingredients, from our coffee to our wine, from local distributors. We support 21 other small local businesses within our own. And then when we do our classes in the evenings, we paint on canvas, wood, and glass. We do beaded art, string art, jewelry making, polymer clay, resin, kind of a little bit of everything, because there's only so much wall space you have for an amateur painting you did while drinking wine.
Absolutely. So, and you guys have been open for 4.5 years.
Correct.
So let's back it up a little bit. How did it get started? What was kind of the origin or the why you wanted to open Tracy's?
Well, in what I call my previous life, I was in accounts payable and receivable for 15 years for a gigantic corporation. And I had enough of it. My mom and my friends and my sister and I would get together and we'd do some sort of craft art, something or another. There'd always be some alcohol, adult beverages involved. And we'd have a great big potluck meal. And we just kept thinking that there needs to be a place for women to come and bring their loved ones to kind of dabble their feet into different crafts, because it's really expensive and really messy to do it in your home. So kind of the way that we teach it is we're just giving you kind of an introduction into possibly a new hobby.
Right. And that's important, just to highlight the point you made. I'm sure there's people that would like to try one of these crafts or hobbies, and unsure if they're going to like it, plus the addition of the cost to start it. You kind of take that out of the equation for people.
Exactly. And we clean up after you.
Yes, most importantly.
Yes. And we have, so for our classes, we have our full coffee and tea bar available, but we also have wine, beer, and hard cider, all local, of course.
Absolutely. And, you guys have a little bit of, obviously you guys have the classes at night, but you guys also kind of have a creative setup, more of a DIY setup during the day, don't you?
Yes, we do. So you can come in anytime. We do prefer that you give us a heads up so we can kind of get the space ready for you. But we have a DIY corner, and it's these really beautiful wood cutouts, and some of them already have lines on, so it's basically painting within the lines, and you just enjoy a cup of coffee, and then you have something to do with your hands while you're visiting with your friends or family.
Yeah, awesome. And in regards to the classes, is there any age requirements? Is it open to everybody? Is it kind of circumstantial on what kind of craft you might be doing that day? How does that unfold?
The only age limit we have is on our string art, because that's hammer and nails and little fingers get smashed. So we prefer them to be about 10 years old before they come in and do the string art. Other than that, honestly, your kids' abilities better than we do. So you kind of determine on whether they can handle about a 2-hour class. All of our classes are right around the 2-hour mark.
Okay. And, as somebody who would, struggle at stick figures, what's kind of the experience level, just to put people who say, hey, that sounds like fun, but I'm terrible. I'm sure you have, pretty good artists to somebody who's never tried anything, and maybe this should be the one and only time they do.
Absolutely. There is no experience necessary whatsoever. I teach you, all of our instructors teach you everything you need to know, from how to hold the brush to how often to stir the resin. And I tell people for the painting side of it that if I can teach my husband when he's hungry, I can teach anybody.
Yeah, that's a fair comparison. Are there opportunities, for group outings and, birthdays and that kind of stuff, or does it tend to just be,
No, you can rent the whole space out if you want to do an event. It's $150 for 3 hours. Fridays and Saturday evenings are not available for that.
Okay.
But any time of the week is available. And we also have private lessons that you can sign up if you don't want to kind of tackle something on your own, but you're still wanting to do it, but nighttime isn't working for you. We have private lessons at 2:00 in the afternoon every day of the week.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
terrific.
And those aren't an extra cost. It's the same cost as the actual class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the only difference is we can't do resin or string art because of the coffee shop. We don't want the odor, because the resin can kind of create kind of an odor.
Right.
We don't want that to come out during the coffee. And also the string art, because it's hammer nails. We don't do that because people are in here working and studying and stuff.
Right. And you touched on this, earlier, but, when we chatted the other day, I mean, it was definitely noticeable in our conversation that, Arvada and community means a lot to you and your staff.
Absolutely. So coming from a giant corporation the way I did, and kind of diving headfirst into this small business environment, I didn't realize how very close knit and also how very important it is. So it's become very, very kind of our driving force. My husband and I always are looking for local people, that we can support. Like I said, our coffee is local, our chai is local, our tea, our kombucha, everything. We try our hardest to keep it as local as we can, because it's so important, especially right now, for us to all, help each other and support each other. And it's been our driving force to kind of become kind of the heartbeat of our community.
Right. Yeah, I think that's been a interesting byproduct of COVID and what we all went through is kind of this resurgence or emphasis on local businesses and supporting them.
Yeah, that's been kind of the silver lining on this very dark cloud that we've been living through, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. So how's the new location going? I know you guys moved over to 88th and Wadsworth about a year ago. How's the new location treating you guys?
Oh, it's phenomenal. So we were in the complex. So we've always been kind of on 88th and Wadsworth, but we were in the complex behind Tokyo Joe's, kind of over where Stara Credit Union is, where the bike shop used to be and all that. And we moved over here. We actually signed the lease for this location 2 weeks before shutdown last year. It was a little scary.
Talk about a leap of faith, right?
Oh my goodness, you have no idea. And we took over the old Smart Cow location. So we have that beautiful garage door window that opens up. I'm actually sitting at it right now at our laptop bar. And it overlooks, I keep getting distracted because it overlooks the mountains over across the parking lot. And it's a phenomenal location. It's brighter, it's bigger, way better location. Yeah. We're getting discovered every day and it's beautiful.
Outstanding. So if somebody is interested, in one of your classes, your private lessons, is it best for them just to walk in? What's the best way for them to get more information and maybe get questions answered?
They can walk in, they can call us, or they can go to our website at www.tracysplc.com. It's perfect. Tracy's Place. The place has no vowels in it.com.
And we'll make sure to have that, down below. So, well, perfect. Is there anything else you would like, your fellow Arvadans to know?
A couple of things. We're coming back out to Resolute on May 23rd, and we're doing a really fun wood cutout, because I don't know if you've ever been over to Resolute, but
Yep.
they have the most phenomenal view. So we wanted to kind of capture that.
Yeah.
So we've got a nighttime and a daytime. It's a circle. It's about 12 inches, and it's already got the lines drawn in of the mountains that you can just paint however you want. Have a beer on us. It'll be great. And then we are starting on May 15th. We're going to have live music here in the studio
Okay.
in the evenings. So we'll have it on the second Thursday and the fourth Saturday of every month. We're going to have local musicians in here, and we're going to have the garage door open, and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. So, I mean, right? Coffee, art, and wine.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, perfect. Well, I encourage everybody to go check out Tracy's. Like you said, they're located on the southeast corner of 88th and Wadsworth. And like I said, I think, small businesses, we're a locally owned real estate company. So that's always had a, place in our hearts, and so anytime we can support those local businesses, it's great. But I also think it's great, places like yours that bring people together to be creative and enjoy each other's company in this fast-paced world we're in. That ability to slow down and enjoy each other and be creative on top of it, I think is terrific. So.
It's really a beautiful thing. People come in here and you can tell that they were able to kind of almost rest for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. We love it.
Yeah, I mean, the ability or lack thereov to slow things down.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you guys are helping slow things down for everybody. So
that's what we're here for.
Well, perfect. Well, Mary Ruth, I definitely appreciate all your time. And like I said, I'm excited to bring my family out. And like I said, I encourage all the fellow Arvadans to do the same. And you mentioned Resolute. That is the Resolute out in Candelas.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. We don't want anybody traveling down to their Centennial location.
No. Yeah. It's their tap and cellar, and we carry their beer in the studio, so it's a cross promotion, and we love being out there with them.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I'll definitely see you out there.
Awesome.
And again, I appreciate your time this morning.
I do too. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.